Hey everyone, and welcome to my Gargoyle Slayer guide. In this guide, I'm going to go over how to slay gargoyles in old school RuneScape using all three of the combat styles. Let's get started. The requirements to kill gargoyles is completion of the Priest in Peril quest, 80 combat to be assigned them, 75 Slayer to harm them, and of course the Rock Hammer item. Now, if you are using a safe spotting method, which I'll get into later, you'll want the Rock Thrown Hammers and not the Rock Hammer. The Rock Hammer is good for melee. As far as recommendation for killing these guys, I really recommend the Gargoyle Smasher Slayer unlock, which that will kill them automatically with the hammer when they're low health and you don't have to right click them all the time, which drives me nuts. Also, unlocking the Vigor and Batter is nice. You can get the Eternal Slayer gem or the Imbued Heart. It's always a good thing to be on the lookout for. Double Trouble, I wouldn't worry about unless you're killing the boss. The boss really isn't worth killing and the boss is not covered in this guide. As far as Get Smashed, you can do this if you like gargoyles. I like them personally. It's AFKable and they drop a good amount of rune items. They have a good chance for the hard clue scroll. There's just other things that they drop that if you want to extend it, go ahead and unlock this anyway. Location-wise, gargoyles are only going to be found in the Slayer Tower. Now you can use the basement or you can use the upper level. I highly recommend the basement because it's task only and there's also a safe spot. As I said at the beginning, you can kill these guys using any combat style. Let's go over melee first. To do this, you want to pray melee and bring prayer gear or strength gear. This is really a preference kind of thing. It's not hard to bank for these guys. Personally, I like to wear a lot of prayer gear because I'm lazy. I like to AFK it. I don't have to run back and forth all the time. The thing about crush versus slash versus stab is they're only like against crush by 20 more points, so it really does not matter in the grand scheme of things. Just take this kind of mashup and just find what works for you. For safe spotting them with mage or range, you're going to want to get behind this bucket here and they won't be able to hit you. Now, if you're doing this, you do not need prayer gear. You want to maximize your offense. Remember to bring the thrown hammers and not the melee one. And a telegrab is always helpful just to grab stuff so they don't whack the shit out of you. And, you know, like the melee setup, find what works with you with gear. If you've unlocked the boss variant for gargoyles, here's some tips for that. I'm going to call it the Marble Gargoyle. So, the Marble Gargoyle will attack with range and melee, so pray either. If you're safe spotting, pray range and you won't take any damage. It will do a special attack, which will shoot a gray ball at your face and hit you and freeze you for up to 38. To avoid this, just move one tile over. Well, that's really about it for gargoyles. They're not too complicated of a task, but hey, it's nice to see how they actually look before you go and kill them. So, if you found this video to be helpful, or you just like listening to my voice, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Doodles.